We don't want to get caught up in like the doom and gloom of kids are on screens too often or whatnot. I think it's just that we recognize from our personal experience that the outdoors and these empowering adventure pursuits, whatever they may be, are so integral to the health and well-being of not only kids, but any human being. Recognizing that those were so important in my own life and feeling gratitude to the people that shared those activities and experiences with me. It's just the natural continuation of that cycle to share it with the next generation, and so they can grow to be leaders of the generation after that.
The main thing we're trying to develop here is we want to teach kids how to go on adventures in the mountains or in the ocean or wherever, and know all the steps required. I grew up on a small island off of Prince Rupert, British Columbia, called Digby Island, and take a boat back and forth to school every day. And we didn't really have TV or anything like that, so I was outside all the time, playing and adventuring and hunting and fishing, and just became very interested in outdoor recreational sports. And I used to participate or go to an outdoor school called Aduco Adventure School, which gave me with a lot of experience and knowledge. Ended up being a leader at that school, and it really fueled my love for the mountains and for outdoor sports. Yeah, I just was very passionate about all the recreational things that were out there, really.
Like Rennie, I grew up in a rural community. I was about 30 minutes west of Prince George in the central region of British Columbia. Grew up on a farm, spending all my days just running through the forests and being a bit of a wild kid. And it's actually through our mutual connection to Aduco Adventure School that Rennie and I really got talking about this initiative. So from age 9 to, well, now I guess, Aduco has been one of the biggest parts of my life. It really inspired the desire to go beyond just goofing around and actually dive into serious skill progressions in mountaineering and hiking and trekking and high ropes and rock climbing. High energy lifestyle led me to a number of different careers that brought me to this point. So I've worked as a lifeguard, I've worked as a paramedic in industry, as a firefighter with the Forest Service, and recently I became a first aid instructor. So looking to really impart a lot of that risk management and emergency response skills to our students.
There is a big push in our society to be more urban these days, and so kids don't get the opportunities to build skills throughout a lifetime like I and you is less frequent. And so we wanted to be able to provide that outlet or platform and facilitate kids being able to gain that experience, and be able to share that with their family and their peers and help make sure those skills aren't lost.
Less than seeking out the perfect candidate for our programs, it's a matter of us finding the perfect programs for our candidates. For any human being, there is some form of adventure or outdoor pursuit that's going to work for them and that's going to be their challenge and their rewarding experience. And it's a matter of us raising our game to the point where we can find that. When I was a kid at camp, I was physically strong for my age, and the hiking came super naturally, and that was no problem, but there were always challenges to be had in my own humility or my ability to communicate with others or to collaborate.
Through my experience with the Aduco Adventure School, I wouldn't say there's one group of people or kid that would benefit. I think that all kids would benefit if they have any kind of interest in adventure. You always come up with different situations which teaches you something, and I want to continue to learn and share knowledge as we go.
Every program starts and ends here at our beautiful home base in the Cinnabar Valley, and we'll meet parents and students, get them set up, and everything's a progression at Coast Adventure School. So hanging out at home base for the first night gives us an opportunity to go through the foundational skills of, camp etiquette, setting up your tent, your tarp, your kitchen in a relatively controlled environment. We've got the house and home base right there. And that sets them up for the progressive challenges to come when we actually immerse ourselves in the outdoor environment straight off the second day.
Running a mountain program, then our second day would be in one of our mountain ranges. That we would continue those skills that we taught them on the first day, but we'd be setting up our tents and getting our camp set up in the mountain environment.
And they're involved in the entirety of the prep, the logistics, the planning of these courses, so that they're gaining that behind-the-scenes foundational knowledge, so that one day they can progress to be doing these activities on their own.
Being part of the decision-making process as the adventure is executed.
Totally. No passive participation. We're gonna get smoked out pretty hard, huh?